Now here are Max Kellerman and Marcellus Wiley.
I mean, of all the superheroes that Marcellus decides to take up
now we're talking.
You want to start arguing? You want to argue guys against Michael Jordan? Now you're arguing Aquaman.
Aquaman, because he controls the sea.
He doesn't control
75% of the world is water.
Yeah.
And don't let that boy
and
start.
Where are we living?
We live on land. The other 25%. Don't let him flood the land.
Flood
the shore. Yes, he can. High tides. He could get a tidal wave going.
Let me see. Where do you see high tides? I don't see any.
He can control the marine life.
Yeah, he can't control the tide.
He can control the waters, the domain they live in.
Nope.
And he has the demonstrated ability to affect any being that lives in the sea any being evolved from marine life like humans.
No, he can't control humans.
He can use his telepathic abilities to go out there and say, water higher.
Right. So you got
dolphins,
Aquaman.
Whales, sharks, hit them.
You got Aquaman, the worst superhero there is.
There's a Figueroa.
He's carrying on a conversation with a tuna. The Incredible Hulk is smashing everything up.
See, you think of a tuna on your dinner plate. You ever seen a tuna in the ocean?
I'm not going in the ocean to fight no tuna.
He coming to you.
That's right, on my dinner plate.
I'll
open up a tuna in a can.
He'll make those tides so high in Bel Air.
Matter of fact, some Aquaman might get trapped in there too. Aquaman's so soft.
Who could beat Aquaman?
With those little cans of tuna, it's like dolphin free.
You can't even shoot
But there
him.
might be little bits of Aquaman in there. You can't tell if you got caught in someone's net.
Look, he could give you.
Yeah. He can't do anything.
He could deal with the pressure of the ocean.
Big deal.
Who else? He could
no
crush
pressure
people.
In the ocean.
Are you kidding me? That's why
people go to the ocean to get away from pressure.
They go to the beach. They don't go to the ocean.
That's right. I'll be on the beach laughing at Aquaman.
We're talking about tidal waves. We're talking about currents.
Where do you see that he can control tidal waves?
He can control a
Where
current.
do you see it? Tell me where you read it.
Right here, 56 and 57. He also possesses superhuman strength. So what superhero could beat him?
Who cares? Any superhero.
He can swim at high speeds. He can make the entire Earth.
I'll make Robin
planet.
from Batman and Robin a 2-1 favorite to beat Aquaman.
Hell nah. And he gonna take his uniform from him. He can make the entire planet water and then just control it.
He can't do anything.
What? He can swim at speeds of 10,000 feet per second.
Okay, so he can swim around fast, yeah.
The hell are you gonna do? He swims faster than Superman flies.
No.
Yes, he does.
How do you figure?
Because that's 10,000 feet
Don't you remember the movie where Superman flew around the Earth so fast it was like at light speed?
Yeah, I remember that.
All right. That's faster than 10,000 feet a second.
But when he lands, where's he going to land? The whole planet's going to be water.
Why?
Because I'm going to make it that way because I'm Aquaman. I'm telling you, I'm going to war with this.
I would rather have Submariner over Aquaman.
Who is that? That's a reject.
No,
You're making up somebody
First of all, who even is into DC? I don't even know much about it. I was really more of a baseball card than a comic book guy.
They got LA Comics? What about DC Comics?
DC Comics and Marvel Comics. Marvel is the cool comics. DC is for the nerds.
First of all, why are you going to call Aquaman a nerd?
He's a nerd.
Who else is with the DC Comics? Give me somebody else.
Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman.
That's a nerd?
Yeah. Let me tell you the difference, because I was once having a conversation with someone from Marvel about
what are you talking about right now?
DC comic book heroes.
Okay.
It's your dad, it's your mom. Superman's your dad, not you. Wonder Woman's your mom, not you.
All right.
Okay? Their real identity is the superhero. When Superman's Clark Kent, that's his alter ego. Marvel is cooler. Marvel, the superhero is
Why
you.
Why is it cooler? Because you're
the superhero. Spider-Man is you. It's not your dad. It's you. Spider-Man's you.
Spider-Man will get whooped up by Aquaman. Don't lie.
Stop it.
What can he do? Spin a spider web?
And
what else can he do? Seriously.
Yeah, he can climb around. Don't worry about it.
Oh, really? Climb what?
He can crack a joke.
Everything gonna be wet.
You ever hear Peter Parker? He's hilarious. Do some stand-up.
Aquaman, Batman, Green Lantern,
and their alter ego. Spider-Man's the alter ego. The real dude is Peter Parker. It's more interesting.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
That's why they're weaker, because they got to have a human side. We ain't got no human side. We just Aquaman.
So you're going to take up for DC Comics over Marvel and Aquaman over like the Hulk.
Flash. Yep. I'm looking up Marvel right now, but Flash and Aquaman is my man, and Superman. That's better right now.
Cornball.
Damn, look what I missed when I was playing football. Y'all little nerds was over here arguing. Oh, y'all got a Spider-Man. I love the Hulk.
Yeah.
X-Men? What is X-Men? Wolverine in them?
Yeah, man.
Wolverine get beat up in the movies, so I know Aquaman whoop his butt.
Wolverine would
he got to get his fingers out all long.
Will you stop it? Aquaman's not messing with no Wolverine.
Whack.
You ain't never met no Martin Luther the King.
I don't know, for real. On the real, Max. I think DC got Marvel.
Wrong about that. Go look up the Silver Surfer. Tell me what you think.
I ain't even heard of him. Where's his movie at?
Just
That's
look
the
him up.
reason.
Look
I
him
ain't
up.
got to look him up. He ain't famous enough. Get
Hold
your
on, you
fame
going
up.
by movies? Where's Aquaman's movie? You know what? Aquaman's such a sorry
go there?
superhero
Why you gotta go
that
there?
on Entourage, when they wanted to do a fictional movie, I think that never got off the ground, they said he was going to make the Aquaman movie. The Mark Wahlberg character was going to make the Aquaman movie.
All I know is you got to. Hey, look, we can line up the rosters.
Yeah. Oh,
who's your
for
big
sure.
dog? Big dog. Who's your big dog? Go.
I just said Silver Surfer.
That's the best one.
No, Silver Surfer beat everybody. Or the Hulk.
I must have missed that one.
I got to be honest.
I got
I'm not.
Superman.
I was never a huge comic book guy.
I just noticed.
But I knew enough to know that Marvel's better than DC.
I just noticed if I'm gonna send Superman on the court and you gonna bring out Silver Surfer, it's
Even
a wrap.
think of the superhero movies that make money.
Oh, now we in the money. Oh, now in your rap argument, it's not about money and album sales.
That are
but now
considered,
in
that are
superheroes,
considered better.
Superman. Who's better than Superman?
No, I'm saying the movies: Iron Man, Captain America, X-Men, Spider-Man. It's all Marvel.
Sounds like Marvel got more money.
Yeah, because they're better.
No, I don't agree with that, man.
All right,
I'm
look.
going with DC.
DC. All right. 877. No. Okay.
Oh, they got one called Black Hood. Where's he at? Damn. They got a comic book called Black Hood.
Never hear about him. You know why?
I don't want
Is it because I'm black?
Damn, they holding us down, even in comic books.
We have a Hulk.
Yeah, whatever.
Marcellus
Can't
Wiley.
even get a black comic book.
You hear
going.
what
World's
Matt
racial.
Kemp.
Hating.
Oh,
on
he's
Bryce
hating.
Harper.
All right, I want to know about what you think about what Matt Kemp said about Bryce Harper.
Not full hating, but
No, he didn't.
no, yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. It's a problem.
Max and Marcel, 710 ESPN.
Problem.
It's Max and Marcellus on the exclusive home of the Lakers, LA's sports leader, 710 ESPN. This hour is brought to you by Langer's Deli, where we bring your order right out to your car. Call 213-483-8050. Now here are Max Kellerman and Marcellus Wiley.
All right, we're going to have to get maybe Lundberg, my old sidekick from New York, on to talk comic books at
Why?
some
Is
point.
he a comic book genius, a little
Yeah,
nerd?
nerd. Yeah, big comic book nerd.
All right, because he better side with me.
You got the nerd part down pat.
I'm just
But
saying.
you don't have any of the special nerd powers that's supposed to come with the nerd.
You're jaded by your experience because you grew up rebelling against your dad in his comic book era and tried to form your own. No. I'm just saying. You said your dad's is DC, and then your generation was Marvel.
No. What I'm saying is, listen,
That's what
I'm
you said.
saying is, who the character is, who you're supposed to identify them as.
Mm-hmm.
Superman is your dad. Wonder Woman is your mom. They're supposed to be parental figures whose alter egos, Clark Kent, whoever, are their disguises. Marvel flipped that around. Marvel said, this Spider-Man's not your dad. Spider-Man's you. And Spider-Man's the alter ego. The real guy is Peter Parker.
Yeah, but I'm being objective because I'm new to this party. So I'm the one that can tell you what's really happening. And I'm telling you, by looking at the list of those superheroes from DC and Marvel, objectively speaking, DC is whooping that ass.
Come on, man. Not even
DC
close.
That's what I'm saying. It's not even close. And only
they got one character who makes money in the movies. That's Batman.
And Amanda said because Disney owns Marvel and they have their own division, you said
Marvel
that's
has
why
its
they
own
have
division.
It.
But
that's why they're
it's
making the money.
The reason it makes better movies is they're more interesting characters.
All hype team.
DC,
really?
big
really?
DC.
More interesting?
The reason you know Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, because they were created 1,000,000 years ago in a simpler time, Marcellus.
Who's better, Wonder Woman or Storm? Wonder Woman whooped that in.
Well, Wonder Woman has a lot of powers.
Oh, it's a wrap.
She's not that interesting a character.
Who's finer?
You know what was the wrong?
Who's finer? Wonder Woman.
Let me tell you the problem with
Got
Wonder
quiet.
Woman. Remember that Linda Carter TV series?
She was
Wonder
so
Woman?
fine. Don't do that.
The problem is, how can you walk around in that outfit and then have a lasso that makes people tell the truth? Don't put that lasso on me, lady. You're going to hear things that are not polite.
In your invisible plane.
And especially, and it's like little boys are white. So like some 7-year-old boys like, don't put that lasso on your target audience because you're going to hear things come out of a 7-year-old boy's mouth. Wash it out with soap.
Oh, I could get in trouble with that lasso. Captain America. You even see the Avengers. Captain America was the worst one in there. Superman will be like.
Captain America's a good movie.
Did you see Captain America in the Avengers?
No, I didn't see
Why
the
would
Avengers
they even?
yet. Don't tell me anything. I want to see the Avengers.
Well, then don't
you know
fight
what the Avengers
Superman.
are?
Yep.
Who are the Avengers?
They were Thor.
They were Marvel.
Yeah, but guess what? Thor couldn't do nothing without his little hammer. He whack. Captain America can't do nothing without his little shield. He's whack.
Are you talking?
The Hulk was
are
the
you
man.
talking about who's more powerful or who's more interesting?
More powerful.
Marvel.
DC.
Silver Surfer has like the powers of a god. He can do anything he wants.
Why wasn't he in the movie The Avengers?
Too powerful. It's not interesting.
Thor was so powerful, and look what happened to him.
Everyone wants to talk comic books now.
Where's his sword?
Should we take a few comic book
Hell yeah,
calls
'cause I'm
for
winning.
Langers, and then we could talk home run derby because Matt Kemp had some stuff to say about Bryce Harper.
He did.
All right, it's irresistible. We're gonna have to do some. We're gonna have to do some comic
Get that
book,
weak girl, Electra. Y'all whack.
Charles in Vernon wants to talk Aquaman. Go ahead.
Yeah, guys, main thing, if you got to be able to carry your own series, your own book. Aquaman never had a successful series. He was only an extra in Justice League and stuff.
Marcellus.
No, that's not
that?
right, because they reinvented him in 1994.
And how'd that do?
They reinvented him again in 95.
How you like him in that Aquaman
I don't
movie?
care if you guys have interest in him. I'm saying if they had a tournament of champions, who will be the most powerful?
Silver Surfer wins.
I don't. Why you keep saying that?
Because
What's
I'm
his
telling
power?
you, he has Galactus is like this planet-eating god. No.
That's made
and
up.
Silver Surfer is his herald. He goes to the planet to tell you Galactus is about to eat your planet.
Max.
And Silver Surfer has part of Galactus's power, which he can do anything he wants.
Max, that's nerd talk. I'm talking real powers, like I control water and animals.
You're like the Hulk. Imagine if the Hulk got hit with gamma rays and it turned him green, but he wasn't strong. He only had the nerdy part. You got hit with a nerd beam, but it's not making you smart. You're just a nerd.
Max, you talking about he has Galactus and all these elements.
I know. I'm not saying I'm not a nerd, but at least I got hit with the smart power too.
But I'm hit with the real power of water elements and controlling animals is some power that I say will give
water,
you.
Gold, earth, wood. All right. Yo, do the knowledge because it is good. Michael in North Hollywood.
What's up, fellas? It's like this. DC has a better starting lineup.
Yeah.
Marvel has a better bench.
How you figure DC has a better starting lineup?
Superman.
If you look at
really think about Superman. Superman as a hero sucks. I mean, he's not interesting.
What you mean? Here you go with the interesting word. Take that out your vocabulary. Talk about who's most powerful.
Their most interesting character in DC is Batman. That's their best character.
Look at the starting five. Say it, brother. Superman, Batman.
Batman is your point guard.
All right.
There you go.
This is by the superhero basketball. I do this with superhero football, superhero baseball. Batman's the point guard. Where's Superman play?
Superman is your center.
I want more
All right,
center.
Superman's your center. Okay, so who's your other guard? Who's your two guard?
Put Flash in there. We need Flash.
Yeah, Flash is your two. All right, fine.
Flash is number two.
Who's your small forward?
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern. Oh, we got a squad.
Oh yeah, that. By the way, that's a good wing play. Who's your power forward?
Well, if we're doing co-ed, Wonder Woman be power forward.
Steel.
All right, fine. You got Wonder Woman at power forward.
Can Aquaman go to court? You gotta wipe the court down though.
Hold on. Now I get my Marvel squad, right?
Yeah.
The Hulk is playing center.
Okay.
Well, Superman gonna fly over me and get the
Spider-Man's my point guard.
He needs something to connect to. Goaltending. That's goaltending.
Hold on. I want a slasher at the 2.
Yeah.
Wolverine.
He can't play. He gonna bust the ball open.
He'll be fine. Silver Surfer's my 3.
Silver Surfer. There you go. That's what we got you. That's a weakness in your
Silver Surfer's the
starting.
most powerful dude out of everybody.
You talking about another planet and he could eat people?
No, that's Galactus who can eat people.
Give me somebody else on your roster.
At 4, there's so many to choose from. Magneto, someone like that.
And that's next level. That's tier 2. That ain't the
Magneto's tier 2?
Well, I ain't seen him in the movies.
Iron Man at the 4. Fine, Iron Man.
He gotta wait to put his suit on. Which one he gonna play with? He gonna play with his regular suit?
And my coach is who's my coach? Professor X. I win.
Damn, Batman gotta wear a suit too. Be quiet, Amanda. I'll say Flash wins.
Kathy in Bakersfield has something to tell you. Go ahead.
Hey guys.
Hey girlfriend. What's up,
Marcellus, I love you, and I argue with you every day. But I will tell you, Marvel Comics, get out of town. Thor is a god. And that means that your little water boys cannot get on land and do anything.
Well, excuse me, if you saw Avengers, Kathy, I saw Thor struggling in the little water scene that they had. Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Marcellus.
Yes, ma'am.
Marcellus.
Yes, ma'am.
Calm yourself and understand that the only superheroes are the gods. And if you put a little kryptonite around, Superman's neck, he's done. He's done. He's wearing a green necklace, and he's through.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, though, about Kathy and others. That's the thing. You don't want invincible superheroes. Those aren't interesting. Silver Surfer's practically invincible. It makes him one of the less interesting characters in Marvel. You want guys with flaws that you can take advantage of. It's not just about who has the most power.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're just a hammer-throwing god named Thor, all you do is control the elements, thunder, lightning.
Yeah, that's not good.
Did you see it? You haven't seen Avengers. The dude was in critical condition. I got
11-month-old and a 3.5-year-old. I haven't seen a movie in 4 years.
Well, they don't want to see this one.
Max and Marcellus, 710 ESPN.
Thor's weak.
It's Max and Marcellus on the exclusive home of the Lakers, LA's sports leader, 710 ESPN. This hour is brought to you by Langer's Deli, where we bring your order right out to your car. Call 213-483-8050. Now here are Max Kellerman and Marcellus Wiley.
Let's get to some calls. Here is Steve in Sherman Oaks, who's an artist who's worked for both Marvel and DC.
I bet he worked for DC first.
Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, hey, guys.
Go.
Great show. I think you're both fabulous.
Especially me, yes.
Yeah.
So, yes.
But Max happens to be right in this one.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. We need to know something about you. Where did you work first?
I worked first with DC.
I thought
so. On the original Batman animated series.
Yep.
I worked on Swamp Thing.
You left on.
Hold on. How old are you, Steve?
In the early 40s.
And you left on unpleasant terms, so now you got a little issue with DC, and now you want to rep Marvel. Go. Okay.
Not at all. No unpleasant terms at all. I think, look, the DC does a couple really great books, but you got to look at DC. It's like the Celtics. Justice League is the aging old heroes.
Yeah.
They got a limited core of guys. It's like almost the big three in Miami. That's what they have.
That just wins the championship.
By the way, back when there was no competition in the league, they had all Hall of Famers.
Okay, and that just wins championships. Keep going.
There's a bunch of short white guys. There's a bunch of short white guys playing in that DC league.
Sounds like he's describing the Bill Russell and the Celtics.
Marvel's bench is deep and powerful. So Silver Surfer
and redundant.
Silver Surfer and Thor will both take Superman.
Right.
Now, Aquaman, they've worked really hard to make cool, but
it's just not going to happen.
Sorry, Marcellus.
No, time out, but can you see this, Steve?
Aquaman is the biggest nerd this side of you, Marcellus.
Stop, Steve.
So much cooler.
So much cooler.
Steve, just go with me with this. Can Aquaman control the waters and the tides to make the entire planet water and then control the animals in the water, therefore killing everything?
He can control the animals, no question. His telepathic powers are not to be underestimated.
Yes, keep going.
However, he has never flooded the planet. The Submariner seems to be more dangerous to surface dwellers.
Yeah, Submariner's morally ambiguous, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He can.
Wow.
He can go
see, and that's more interesting. You see,
morally
in Marvel, the
ambiguous.
equivalent of Aquaman is an interesting guy. He's not a good guy or a bad guy.
Right.
More interesting, Steve. You know.
So, Steve, how close is it? How close is this competition?
Justice League Avengers is pretty close. I would actually say that the Justice League would beat the Avengers. However, you got the Avengers and X-Men together. They take the Justice League.
Not to mention,
but Wolverine doesn't have enough power.
Here's the real problem.
Wolverine has plenty of power.
Let's say the Justice League could beat the Avengers. You know what? No one wants to watch the Justice League do it.
That's not fair because they
They're
don't
like
have
the Spurs. They're like the Spurs. No one wants to watch that.
Exactly.
No, but they don't have Disney behind them, backing them.
No, this way predates Disney. Come on.
Really, Superman in the 80s, you didn't want to watch that? Wonder Woman in the 80s?
Warner Brothers owns DC, and they just haven't done as good a job.
I got to tell you the truth.
Thank you.
I'm surprised.
It's the ownership.
I'm surprised that Disney bought Marvel because Marvel is a little edgier. Like DC fits more easily into the Disney brand. It's safe.
That's true. And the interesting thing, and you guys are going to love this, a few years back when comics were having problems with sales, another major studio, one of the guys at one of the studios was saying, we were going to buy Marvel for $400 million, but it was too small a deal for us. So this was another major studio, and they just didn't get the inherent value of the brand. Marvel can make movies for the next 30 years. They've got a great management team, and they've got great characters.
Steve, 30 years. They just rebooted Spider-Man. I mean, they don't have to move off Spider-Man. They can make that forever.
Steve, hold on. Have you seen the trailers right now? I think Batman is coming out and Spider-Man. Who's going to win that one?
Batman. Everyone wants to see Batman.
Thank you,
it's
DC.
The third film, however.
Because there's been a million Spider-Man films.
Oh, now you're going there.
Spider-Man film looks good too, guys, but the question becomes what happens with Batman next?
By the way, Batman
rises and returns again.
Batman is the one good DC character that people will watch. I said that. He's interesting.
You're right about that, Max.
There's no one else interested. Listen,
Superman's not interesting?
No, he's not. I got to tell you. He was interesting in the 40s when there was, when you're fighting the Nazis and the world is good and bad,
Catwoman?
And he was good and the rest... Catwoman, but they tried to make a Catwoman movie.
You're right about that, Max. Again, Superman was better when he was edgier and more of a vigilante. I would think, Marcellus, that you would dig on, for Marvel, the Black Panther. or Luke Cage, Aquaman. You are
Marcellus likes white people. Don't forget about black. Is there a White Panther? Is there a Siberian tiger?
But there's a Black Bolt who is white.
Right. I told you they kept him down. Oh, he's white?
Is it because I'm
Steve,
black?
you trying to tell me even in the comic world it's racial? They got to have a Black Bolt that's white?
A little bit.
Damn.
A little bit, but hey, Black Panther's cool, and so is Power Man, Luke Cage.
All right, there he is,
Thanks,
Steve,
Steve,
who's been an artist for both DC and Marvel, saying that once again, like all the other arguments, I'm right.
He agreed with you.
Yes.
So I still got love for him, but I just don't see it.
All right, now let's get through some of these calls, and then I have a special guest. Brandon in San Diego, you're on with Max and Marcellus. Go.
I got to agree with Marcellus and you and Max. Basically, I mean, if you look at it, DC might be the older comic book, but everything that Marvel has done is mimicked their characters off of them. The last guy you had in point, Mariner Man, Aquaman.
Yeah.
And basically, when you talk
and made
about
them more interesting.
Oh, it's still a
when
bite.
you talk about the basketball teams like you're doing earlier, that's a good way to look at it. But Peter Parker as a point guard, it's not good. He's a young kid, inexperienced. He's
got the handle, though. You got the handle.
Yeah, but I mean,
can't pass, though. The ball stuck to him.
Will always be the most popular comic book character, period. Is he has no special powers.
Yes, it's interesting. Right, he's more like a Marvel character in that he's interesting and he struggles.
No, but you also got Green Arrow. Green Arrow for DC is a normal person. He just knows
Green
how to
Arrow.
use that bow.
All right. I hear what you're saying, but I can't listen to Green Arrow.
Hold
Miguel Upland, you're on with Max and Marcellus,
Silver
710
Surfer?
ESPN.
He ain't got no movie.
Not listening to Green Arrow. Go ahead, Miguel.
Silver Surfer.
Miguel.
Yes, hey, all right.
Go, quick.
Max.
Yeah.
The best Marvel character, the most strongest Marvel character.
Sorry, Miguel, I'd love to talk to you, but you're breaking up. Jeff in Venice.
Yeah, hi. I wanted to say that you guys remind me of two comic book characters. Now, Max is like the Beast because he's smart, he's huge and a beast, and he is light blue like the colors of Columbia.
Wait, that's Marcellus.
Yeah, that's Marcellus.
Okay, yeah. But I went to Columbia too, by the way.
Yeah, but it took you forever to get out of there.
No.
Now, Max, you are like Magneto.
Yes, I'm Magneto.
You're evil.
I want to kill all the Nazis. That's right.
Oh, God.
Well, you're Magneto because you're Jewish,
yes,
cold-hearted, and you have a steely exterior.
Yes. I like it. I like it a lot. Fine, I'm Magneto, and you are the Beast. Big deal.
I'm sure Magneto likes Langers because he's Jewish. You know, that's our food.
That's right. Magneto was Jewish. It's true.
I gotta look up the Beast. I don't know if that's really a compliment.
Oh, that is Marcellus.
Caesar at LAX wants to say something. Go.
Man, I just want to say I think Batman is the best superhero because he's the only one that actually does not have any superpowers.
And if someone else has mentioned that, it makes him interesting. AJ in LA, go.
Oh, look at the Beast. He's Columbia Blue.
AJ.
Nice. He was
AJ,
right.
yeah.
AJ.
You guys are forgetting. Look, I'm a Marvel all day, but you guys are forgetting about Watchmen. That's from DC.
Yeah, the Watchmen is great. It's true, and that's DC.
And guess what? Dr. Manhattan puts everybody to rest.
Yeah. Well, not everybody, but he's up there.
Who's Dr. Manhattan?
You never see those? Did you see the? By the way, it's a graphic novel. It's excellent. That graphic novel, well worth the time.
Dr. Manhattan?
No, the Watchmen. See, to even be having this conversation, you need to be hit like Bruce Banner with gamma rays of nerdiness. But the thing is, Marcellus, you got hit with the gamma rays, but all you got was the nerdiness. You're supposed to be smart. If you're a nerd, you're supposed to be smart. How could you like DC over Marvel?
I think the entire world loved DC over Marvel to the point where my first introduction to comics was through DC, Superman and Wonder Woman in the 80s.
You had the bootleg hood versions.
He could have a cape on. He could fly.
A cape.
Yeah, Kryptonite. Yeah. It was a little different.
Joining us now is someone who knows a thing or two about this, my old sidekick in New York.
Who is this? Lumberg.
That's right. His name is actually Robin. I just call you Robin because you're second banana.
I bet he's heard that one before.
Lundberg.
Hero is Robin, by the way. He couldn't even ride on his own motorcycle. He had to ride in like the side compartment of the other one.
That's true.
That is bad.
Scaly green shorts and that black eye mask thing.
Yeah. All right, cut to the chase. Hey, DC or Marvel?
Marvel, easily. DC's got the cornier characters, man.
Yeah, cornier
characters? Yes. Like what? Superman is corny to you?
Look at the way Superman dresses. That ain't corny. I mean, he changes in a phone booth Where does he change now? In a Wi-Fi hotspot? You have to look at some of the nuances. Like the DC characters are more flamboyant in what they do, and if you even look at Tony Stark against Bruce Wayne, those two guys are the same, right? Except Tony Stark is being genuine and honest. Bruce Wayne is totally a facade. He's actually, a psycho who likes to dress up in a bat costume and run around.
Hold on now. Superman had a better costume than Captain America. And what kind of powers does he have? Throwing that shield around?
No, he's just like a really strong human. I'll give you Captain America, but that's the guy that they used as like the patriotic symbol. Go ahead and compare me with Wolverine and the Hulk and Iron Man and those guys.
Oh, really? You want to go? You want to hear about Green Lantern? You want to hear about Aquaman, who can control the entire planet because he controls all the water,
Aquaman
which is all of it?
Fishes, and Green Lantern's weakness is yellow. Like, can Green Lantern beat Bart Simpson?
Hey, you know what I just was thinking? What was that Marvel Universe comic, Lundberg, that you once showed me where they were what was it? They were rebelling against the government. The government wanted to control mutants or something, or superheroes, and Captain America.
Civil War. Yeah.
There was a civil war, and Iron Man sided with the government, right? Because Tony Stark's this big industrialist, and Captain America, because he's patriot. This is how deep Marvel gets. Because Captain America really stands for what America's supposed to be about. Mm-hmm. He rebelled against the government of the United States.
Really?
Because the government was trying to was trying to take their rights away.
Is the government about being weak? Because I saw the Avengers and Captain America barely made it throughout the movie because
he's not superhuman.
So what is his power? What is he for?
Got that
just a flag walking around?
Intangibles. He's like Derek Jeter or Tim Tebow. All he does is win.
That's right. Tom Brady, as a matter of fact.
I can't believe you, Lumber. You came on here and didn't support me. And worse than that, you didn't have an argument that actually beat my argument because my superheroes over time have stood the test of time, whether it's...
Barely. They're limping.
No, they're not. Is Batman going to limp this summer?
That's one.
Batman.
You got one who made it.
You have one movie this summer also, Spider-Man. Who's going to watch
The Avengers just came out as the biggest movie in the world.
No, it's not.
Hold on.
It already got to be. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is, actually.
Iron Man, Spider-Man, the Avengers, all those movies, the X-Men, they all make money, and the only one that makes money from DC is Batman.
Stop living in the past. This summer, Spider-Man versus Batman, the movie. Which one's going to be better?
I don't know. The Batman movies all suck, to tell you the truth.
Come on, Lumberg, what you think?
Well, Batman's going to make more money because it's got that institution. I mean, and the last Batman movie was a perfect storm, but Batman's kind of the one character.
Right, he's like a Marvel character. Mm-hmm. Batman's like a Marvel character, kind of.
Really?
Yeah.
That's all he is?
No, kind of. He's like a Marvel character dressed up as a DC
character. Trying to adopt
character.
him, huh? You love him so much you want to adopt him. No way. Give me somebody else, Lumberg, because
you a little bit though. Like, you think he stood in the mirror and was trying to perfect that. Like, all right, here's my Batman voice.
Yeah, what's that all about?
Well, the Batman voice I shouldn't be confused with the Batman power and his appeal. And that's the difference. DC has the appeal. You got to keep trying to undermine my argument and undermine DC by saying, oh, guess what? They're corny characters. That's because you are already introduced to them, and you wanted to identify what was new. And what was new is, who y'all have?
Wait till I tell Mickey Mouse.
Storm.
Wait till I tell Mickey that you're against his comics. I'm going to take this up to the boss. I'm going to take this right up to Mickey himself. And he is going to put the smack down on you, Marcellus.
The coolest characters, and they make the best comic book characters, too.
Really? Wolverine? What powers does Wolverine have? Some blades in his fingers?
No, he can heal from almost anything. It's the healing factor that allowed them to put the adamantium around his bones.
Well, almost anything except a beat down from Superman. He can't heal from that.
Well, he would lose in a fight to Superman, but Superman can't really kill Wolverine. But the appropriate fights are like Batman against Wolverine and Superman against the Hulk.
Okay, so cage match. This is how I judge it. You guys are looking at it way deeper.
The Silver Surfer beats all these guys, right?
Get them in a cage. Who's coming out last?
Of the mainstay characters, I would say the Hulk.
You think so? I've seen him hurt too many times.
Well, in the cage, Superman can't really get away either.
He couldn't even get out the cage in Avengers.
It's like, is it a 22-foot ring or is it a 16-foot ring? You don't want a 16-foot ring with the Hulk.
Doomsday beats Superman to death in the comic book. So if a character named Doomsday, who's not even popular, can beat Superman to death, I think the Incredible Hulk could do the same.
No, I'm done with you.
There he is, the great Robin Lundberg, ladies and gentlemen.
Find your neck brace
I
today.
swear to God, I
right
heard
here.
a whole conversation about who's better, Marvel or DC.
Yes.
Was that on this station?
That was on this damn station.
Oh, you guys were having the superhero
Or you want to talk
conversation?
about?
I've always actually this is legitimate because if you put them all
well,
up
it's
against
illegitimate,
each
but
other,
in a cage match.
yeah, who would win?
Marvel,
What'd you guys
come
determine?
on.
I would say seriously Superman.
Yeah, because
No. I think Aquaman's the most powerful, but I don't know if you
But
put
you
one
haven't
in the
let someone
cage.
in the
Superman is
ocean.
not the most powerful.
Yes, he is because he can
he's not.
flood the
No, he
entire
can't.
planet,
You keep saying
and then from
that.
there control
No, he
all the
can't.
animals and destroy
How does he
everything.
flood the planet?
Because
But
he
has
makes the tides
has
high.
any comic book character
He
ever been
controls
made
the sea.
No, he
stronger
doesn't.
than Superman?
What is he? What?
Yes,
Who?
there are plenty. There are so many characters in the Marvel universe, like Thor or like
Thor is not stronger
he
than
is.
Superman.
So-
He
Wait,
loses
doesn't
his hammer.
Superman have superhuman powers?
Yes.
but-
Thor doesn't.
but
Thor
like-
doesn't.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
no,
He's
Thor
a god,
has
actually.
God.
He's
No,
like-
did you see
God.
Avengers?
By definition,
Yeah.
When he
superhuman.
lost his hammer, what was he?
Yeah, no,
Nothing.
Thor's a little bit of a
Oh,
puss. I
Yeah,
thought in that
without
one
the hammer,
sequence.
where you are.
Yeah.
You know, where are you,
The
tough guy?
Silver Surfer can control anything in
And
the universe.
by the way,
I mean, it's-
Max, it's so funny that you said this
Yes.
because Silver Surfer was like my total favorite when I was growing up.
Right.
I loved the Silver Surfer. I thought that was the coolest.
How could you beat the
comic
Silver
book
Surfer?
era.
Can't he automatically just get
Well, he's
away?
made
Well,
of
in a
like-
cage, maybe not.
You can't.
He's
I don't
made
think
of
he did.
liquid metal. He's flying through the air on a surfboard
light
made
speed.
of liquid
At
metal
faster
at
than
light
light
speed.
speed, yeah.
Come on,
So if he has
forget
to
it.
surf, he has to go to the sea. If he goes to the sea, Aquaman controls
you and
that.
your
That's his
Aquaman, you're
domain.
the
I mean, of
only
all, like,
person
Spider-Man-
impressed.
Isn't Spider-Man undefeated though?
Who's he fought?
Well, he fought
Level-
in all these movies. Well,
Here's the
He's
thing.
not
Here's the
that
thing
strong.
about Marcellus. He is so contrarian.
I'm not contrary. I didn't even
He's
know
so
what position.
contrary. You're such a contrarian that you will bring up of all the superheroes you could have picked to take up their cause.
Aquaman.
See,
Aquaman.
no, you're polarizing
The
me
least
right now.
interesting
Nope,
and less
you're wrong.
powerful.
First of all, I
Polarizing
knew
me.
nothing of comic books because
He's
I was playing
pulverizing
football
you.
my entire life. And you said, "What's your favorite
Polarizing
superhero?"
man would beat Aquaman.
He asked me what were my favorite superheroes. and I
Wonder
said,
Woman has an invisible plane.
Aquaman, and then I said Flash and Superman. It's just so happens
You know
they're
what the
all
scandalous
DC.
thing about Wonder Woman was, though, John, is like
She
in the
was
TV
fine,
show
too.
with Linda Carter. Of all things you're going to do, you're marketing it to little boys. And then you put her
I'm not so
basically.
sure how little they were.
By the way, then you put her in her.
I wasn't little
Work
after
on
the
me.
show.
Then you put her.
I wasn't little after the show.
Then you put her in her underwear, and one of the powers she has is a lasso that makes you
They
tell
weren't
the
her
truth.
underwear. That was
She's
her
like
uniform
Supermom.
tights.
Like no, but
She's
like
she could put
but- But the worst thing is like, don't
Is
put that
Superman in his
lasso.
underwear?
I used to think, don't put that lasso around me, lady. You're going to hear things that are not polite.
I always tell my wife, if you ever put me under hypnosis, don't blame me for what comes out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, big time.
I've never agreed to be hypnotized. Have any of you guys
all
ever
the
been
things-
hypnotized?
They tried one time.
Didn't work? Didn't take?
I don't know.
Did you?
I don't remember.
No, never have. I won't do it.
You won't do it.
No.
Can you do
I'm
it?
afraid what's going to come out. I don't know what the heck's in my
Ooh,
head.
what are you suppressing
I don't know,
there, brother?
I don't
Yeah,
know. That's
he's
what I'm scared
suppressing
of.
something awful.
Yeah, no, I don't think I am. But I mean, what if I?
I
say
hate Mason.
Hey, don't make him angry. Don't make
My
him
damn
angry.
show.
Yeah, what the heck would come out? I'm scared of what would come out. I don't know what's in there.
Well, with Max, oh God, we already hear what comes out of him
Yeah,
without
Max-
him even being under
Max's stuff
hypnosis.
is already out